Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Today we're gonna go visit Sweet Rice. It's a local mochi donut shop and it's run by a husband and wife team, Naomi and Michael. So let's go check it out. Their website has their story in more detail, donut flavors, and more. So be sure to check it out. You can also sign up with them via email to stay in the loop with their shop. We just made it to Sweet Mochi, so let's go check it out. Oh my goodness, I just met Naomi and she is the sweetest person. She's one of the owners along with her husband, Michael. I picked up a half a dozen donuts. I went with 2 original, 2 mango, and 2 Cookie Monster. They look absolutely divine. I had to go with the original though because that is Naomi's favorite. So let's give it a go. These are so cute oh my gosh. They're just so like fluffy and flaky. I would show you, but I'm afraid it's gonna get all over my car. Oh my gosh. If I could give this 800 out of 10, I would. This is the best donut I've ever had in my entire life. Like, I used to go to Krispy Kreme because I lived in Pittsburgh. This is like 10 out of 10. Like, this is, Krispy Kreme was like 8 out of 10. This is more than 10 out of 10. This blows Krispy Kreme out of the water. It's that good. It's chewy mochi, but it's also gluten-free. So, okay, skip the whole favorite donut part. I think this is now literally my favorite dessert in Calgary. And I love bubble tea, and I'm pretty sure this beats bubble tea. I'm now a regular. Like, I don't think any place is gonna beat this. I don't think that there's gonna be a dessert place that beats this. It can't be. Oh my gosh. Guys, come here. Sweet Rice. I'll put the address and their website link in the description box below. And come check it out, especially if you're celiac or you're gluten intolerant. Oh my god, this place is 8,000 out of 10. I cannot say enough good things about it. The people in there are so kind-hearted and so nice. It's just a really, really great environment, positive, and just beautiful community in there. So please go check it out. Sweet Rice. Good morning. I just wanted to talk a little bit about my endometriosis story today. So I know this is long overdue, especially for the Facebook group that I started in 2012. We have made it quite a strong, resourceful group, and I cannot thank you guys enough. You have been more of an inspiration to me than any chronic illness group I have ever joined or tried to start or anything. You are what kicked off my wanting to advocate for chronic illness and disabilities. And I know you guys thank me all the time, but I'm not the one who needs to be thanked here. You guys are, because you support each other, you stand strong, you share resourceful information, factual information, which is super, super important because it's so misunderstood still, sadly. And I can't thank you guys enough. And yes, there are construction workers left, right, and center here in Calgary, especially today, because it's fall and they're trying to get done before winter strikes. So please excuse the yelling behind me. So yeah, let's get into the video, shall we? So the first slide is, what is endometriosis? How is endometriosis properly diagnosed? What is currently considered the golden standard of treatment? What are the symptoms? So my story goes back to when I was just 10 years old, in 5th grade, a very shy little girl who had her first crush and also her first period. Which is very weird to talk about right now because there's construction workers everywhere. And this is also the first time I'm talking about this in public and sharing it with the world. So I was the only girl that had her period at that age. So I had nobody to relate to at all. It wasn't until I was 14 that I started talking about it with my friends and peers. And that's when I realized that my symptoms did not correspond to theirs. My symptoms were much more severe, and I had excruciating pain, like heating pad, any OTC, over-the-counter medication that I could find. Nothing was working. Trying to stay hydrated, the coconut water, all that stuff did not help at all. And every single time I tried to bring it up with my friends, I felt very belittled and brushed off and gaslighted. I felt like people always told me, oh, it can't be that bad. And you miss school just because of that? Or you miss gym class or swim class just because of that? Really? My symptoms were severe. I had severe pain. I had heavy bleeding, and it lasted a very long time, over 10 days. And it was just, I was super tired. I remember on weekends I didn't actually want to hang out with friends anymore. I just wanted to sleep. I would spend all day in bed, and due to unfortunate circumstances, I did not see a OBGYN until I was 18 years old. And so I started seeing multiple doctors because, like most endometriosis warriors, we go through 7 to over 10 doctors to finally get diagnosed and to have someone actually take us seriously. I've actually had a doctor laugh in my face. I remember coming home on the T crying because that doctor actually sat down and was laughing at me. Years later, I started working in a nursing home as a med tech and nurse's assistant, and that is where I met one of my good friends. And she mentioned endometriosis to me because she had that. And she said, well, why don't you come to my OBGYN? I'll take you there and we'll see what we can do. So I said, oh, that sounds great. So I remember that day we went up, she went with me, she actually took me there. and I was afraid to even mention the word endometriosis in the doctor's office because I was so afraid by that point that he was going to laugh at me too, that I just kept my mouth shut. And I let him ask all of the questions. Fortunately, he said on his own, well, I think you have endometriosis. Could we schedule you a diagnostic laparoscopy? And I said, absolutely, let's book it today. So yeah, that first laparoscopy was in October 2012. And I remember waking up from that surgery like it was yesterday. All of the nurses just kept repeating, I'm so sorry. And I remember the shirt I was wearing was my Cookie Monster shirt, and which is why I got those Cookie Monster donuts from Sweet Rice. Kudos to Cookie Monster. But yeah, they were dressing me and helping me get ready to go home. And my follow-up appointment, all of the nurses pulled me aside and they said, did you look at your surgery report yet? And I said, no. The doctor wants to go over it with me in his office, and that's why I'm here. This is my follow-up. And I just remember them being very empathetic and caring and really willing to discuss what was on the surgery report and answer any questions that I might have had. And I remember walking into the actual doctor office, and the doctor walked in and he said, you are the worst case that we have ever seen. And at the time, I didn't really understand what that meant. I didn't know about endometriosis specialists or anything like that. I just wanted treatment, and I did feel a little bit better. And then he went into saying that there is no cure for endometriosis and that I might need more surgeries down the road. And I just wanted to be really transparent with my surgery history. So this is a list of all of my surgeries that I had from endometriosis and also adenomyosis. And the next 3 after that initial surgery were all done by endometriosis specialists. And I have not had any endometriosis pain since 2015. Having endometriosis and hearing your stories is what inspired me to continue advocating for endometriosis warriors. So if you see any incorrect information on that page, or any incorrect information in the list of endometriosis specialists in the US, please let me know so that I can correct that and give accurate information to those who need it. With that said, I'm just going to end the vlog here. I just wanted to thank the endometriosis community for being so amazing. Without going on for the next 3 hours, because that's what's going to happen, is me thanking you for everything. I just want you to know that no matter what, in the back of your mind, you are indeed incurably awesome. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!